Welcome to the channel. All right, here we go. Here we go. Wow, we became good friends and became a being of lights. Thrice born means there were three angelic offspring of Saturn: Mercury, Neptune, Jupiter, Thoth, Asclepius, Tot, Jesus, Saint Thomas, Saint James. Mercury is Jesus, Thoth, Hermes, Krishna, King Arthur, Adamus, Saint Germain. Asclepius is Mercury's twin, and Jupiter is the other triplet. They are the Trismegistas. This is the true meaning of thrice born, simply because Thoth, who is Jesus has uncountable incarnations. Hi, guys. It's me again, Keith, your man of letters, knowledge, information, and entertainment. Some Lionsgate magic happened. Some of the things we study and repeat on this channel is food grows where water flows. And the water has been flowing over on TikTok. Heavy. The gods of YouTube have not the gods of the YouTube algorithm have not favored me for realistically nigh on 2 years now. 2 years. It is what it is, but they've been favoring me over on TikTok. So I've been over there holding it down, something fierce. Hello, Josie Pie. Josie Pie. What kind of pie, Josie? Oh, I guess Josie Pie. Josie Pie is a flavor of pie, I'm assuming. Hello, Collab. What's up, brother? Long time no see. Bryant, hello. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do some tarot readings for you guys, or a general energy update. Tarot reading. Just a second. We'll give some people time to come in. If you're listening to this, um, thank you for being here. Thank you for the continued support. And we have some magic. We have some magic brewing. There's not magic brewing for everyone. Actually, it's not a magic brewing for a lot of us, but for the few of us who the magic is brewing, yo, um, it's gonna be coming in hot, and so we're gonna pull some cards to make sure that we can utilize all of that energy as it should be utilized. You know what I mean? If you guys could let me know how the audio is coming through for you guys, that would be great. Everything sound nice and clear and crispy. Everything sound nice and crisps on your side, you guys. Gene, hello, Gene. Nice to see us. Nice to see us. Everyone, come on in. Take your shoes off. Take your shoes off. Make yourself at home. Nisha, nice to see you. TikTok, man. Yes, the flavor is Josie. Yes, TikTok. I made I had a reader. Who was it? Oh, well, she was a guest speaker on this channel. You can find her live about maybe a half a year ago. It's been a while now. Ja. She does tarot and things of that nature. And she did a reading for me behind the scenes and was like, yo, you gotta, she's like, what I'm picking up is you gotta do more earthy stuff. Get your feet in the ground, do more plants, do more gardening. Get you like she described the YouTube channel as being awesome, etc. But that there was something about the energy that wasn't needed at this time. And it took forever to take her up on her piece of advice. And so I finally did. And man, one of my videos blew up just after our little Lionsgate portal, which is what this video was inspired by, and it's pushing 250,000 views. I'll be pushing 2,000 followers probably in the next couple days, and I started it a month and a half ago. To put that into perspective, I've got 15,000 on YouTube, and I started 4 years ago. So be that as it may, I still love you guys, and we'll still be here doing our tarot stuff. I do like it though, because I don't like having to push this channel for followers or for views. I need to because it's part of my income, but you guys know what I mean. Anywho, there's a lot more ease with the approach of this channel now, which I'm really appreciating. We can just relax, share stories with each other. We can teach each other things. We can read books. We can read some tarot. We can delve into the secrets of the universe, if you will. Delve into the secrets of the universe, if you will. Before we start, is anybody experiencing anything noteworthy since the Lionsgate portal, which I was told, I was told it was a few days ago, unless I misunderstood the person and we just happened to have a blow up. Tis what it is, you know? Oh, thanks. It does sound crisp, huh? You guys like that new microphone? That new Shure microphone? But yeah, the TikTok is just plans. I gotta slide some hermetics in there, but I kind of slide the hermetics in there low key. I don't call it hermetics, but I'll talk about plans and give some advice here and there, and just gotta slip it in. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Pearls before swine, as they say. So I sort of the thing is, you can throw pearls before swine, but you got to coat the pearls in muck or something, right? Don't give it away out of the gates because it's weird. It's the internet. People mean well on the internet, but it's such a new the internet is such a new area of communication for the human race that it's hard to pick up on all the nuances to allow for healthy, positive, optimistic conversation between differing ideas. Specifically, is what I'm getting at. There's a lot. I'm noticing that as man, I put out a video on commercially grown tomatoes, and people are just at each other's throats in the comment section, as you guys are sure. And I'm thinking, man, if we would have had this conversation in person, we probably would have hugged each other on the way out. But because it's happening online, we're all at each other's throats because we disagree, and it's just like, yo, there's. I wish you could hear the nuance in my voice when I disagree with you. That says I just disagree with you, but I still love you, and we're still homies. Like we do it all the time. Like, smoking joint with the homies, and he says something like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here! You're on a good one. Like you have no idea what you're talking about." And then it was like, "What?" And then we'll go back. Like it's just canned. It's just banter. You know what I mean? But it doesn't work that way online. It's just it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So it's nice. But my point is, it's nice to have a different lens in which to teach. The lens is plants, and then so that's the cover, and then I sort of slip in the hermetics and the deeper stuff as it need. It's interesting. Azim, hello. How is the fam? Fam's doing great. We took the babes to the fair yesterday, and he was killing it. We're gonna do a reading here in just a second, you guys. Dreams have been insane and a lot of down. Yo, I was just telling my homegirl about a wild dream I had. Wild dream I had the other night. I'll tell it to you guys because maybe it's relevant since it was brought up. Maybe this will cue something for you guys. But people were being crushed by a rock slide at some sort of gathering at this big field at night under lights. It was like I was at a baseball stadium without any players on the field. There was no dirt either. It just had the shape of a baseball stadium with the bleachers and the stands. And this rock slide just pummeled people. Oh my God, it was unsettling to say the least. Yeah, social media. There's something. I might have gotten bit by something. Weird now. Yeah, social media can bring out the worst in people. It can bring out the best in people, but it seems to be bringing out the worst more often than not in conversations where opinions differ. Hi, Crystalline. Nice to see you. We're doing a reading here in just a second. Sorry, I've just been rambling and I've just been talking about where I've been for a while. I haven't been going live, and the homies have been leaving comments. Keith, where you been? And I'm like, oh no, I'm still here. Don't forget about me. We're working the magic, you know. We're working the magic. YouTube is a somewhat civil crowd, relatively speaking. Yo, real time MCQ. Speak of the homies asking me where I've been. You're exactly who I was referring to. So the homie MCQ was the guy who was, or gal. I actually haven't asked. Um, he was asking where I've been, and you inspired this live MCQ. So hello, hello. It appears that we might have to hit the 200 mil over on TikTok, you guys. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Yesenia, hello. Yeah, we're blowing up. If it's not on, yeah, sometimes they say you have your plans, and then the universe has your plans. So here's oh man, can I slip in a hermetic lesson right here, or should we just get on with the reading? Look at me, I take one rip of the oregano and I'm already getting philosophical. Hey, you can take the Keith out of the hermetics, but you can't take the hermetics out of the Keith. You know what I mean? Gene says, I actually wanted to share about an event that just happened linked to what you just said. I posted a comment under a dude's content that I was already meh about, and someone posted such a, yeah. Sorry to hear that, Gene. It's weird, man. To a degree, I've done it where I've had this air of know-it-all-ness, this air of you're right, I'm wrong. I mean, I'll word it in such a way where I'm not being a dick, but the energy's still there. So you know what I mean? I'm still guilty of it to varying degree. We're all guilty of it. I don't know, man. It's, such is humanity. um, yeah. Anywho, Keith is a G. My last name is Garcia. Keith G. What up? Vamonos, MCQ. Vamonos. All right. Well, Gene, hopefully you get nothing but good vibes here. And if they're not good vibes and they're bad vibes, hopefully the bad vibes are worked out and smoothed out and made right in the end. Right? I guess we can't avoid bad vibes. That'd be silly. But I guess we can't avoid what we do with them. Where was I? Oh, Azim, yes, I'm selling things on Etsy. Man, my Etsy shop has gone downhill substantially. Talk about the algorithm. Um, yes, I sell rare exotic trees on my Etsy shop, specifically frankincense and copal, specifically those two. I have some white stages for sale, but I've been selling those. Those sell pretty quick because your boy is literally one of the only people in the world selling frankincense trees, and they're really hard to get, and they can be really hard to grow, and they grow pretty slow. Anywho, yeah, I have an Etsy shop. I sell like rare exotic trees. If you're interested, hit me up privately because I will give you a discount on anything on my Etsy shop. Etsy taxes me to hell on any purchase, not to mention Uncle Sam. So if you would like to barter wares, your boy is here. Just hit me in the DM. We also grow our own pizza toppings and oregano, if you catch my drift. So we got homegrowns for days over here. Hit me up if you guys care for some of the Keith G originals. Sensitivity maybe is a better word. Yeah, definitely sensitivity for sure. There's definitely a sensitivity. But that's what I mean. I think the sensitivity comes from not understanding what the other person says. It's just like, anywho, yeah, the dream I had was wild. TikTok was wild. We're trying to get 200 mil on YouTube, but the universe was like, hey, I got a better idea. We're going to get you there a little faster in this lifetime over here on TikTok. Because you best believe we're building pyramids, we're building geodesic domes, and we're growing forests. You best believe You best believe we're doing it. Yeah, hold on. My dad is messaging me. He's asking what I'm doing. So, hey, Pops, we're on a live right now. I also saw candles on the Etsy, but I'm kind of over pouring candles if I'm being completely honest with you guys. It's like if I'm working all day pouring candles, at this rate, I can make like 10 candles a day at 20 a piece, 2 times 10. I can make $200 a day slinging candles, but that's working all day. And I'm like glued to my candle workshop all day to produce that amount. And I don't think pouring candles is the way to make the substantial money. You know what I mean? I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't get me wrong. I'll sling some candles if I have to. I'd rather sling other things, but my TikTok is dreads and garden beds. The TikTok is dreads and garden beds. Yeah, I'll put my Etsy on my TikTok, but not yet. I don't want to start hitting people with sales pitches just yet. I'm still fresh. I'm still brand new. I would like to gain some trust with my followers and not have them feel like I'm just trying to milk them, because I hate that when I feel like I'm being milked by fucking people. So I got to figure out a way that's really sincere in how I approach that. Um, so if you guys have ideas, please send them my way, because you're correct. I absolutely do need to put my TikTok on my Etsy. Hey, Waston, I'd be more than happy to break you off some Sensi. Your boy's got prices that no one can beat. Um, Perks of dealing grower direct. So, where are we at? That's my Instagram. If you guys want to hit me up on Instagram for wares, please do. Caleb, you had a dream you met me last night? Dope. That's awesome. Oh, I can hear my baby. He's outside in the garden playing. He's using his make believe imagination to play in the garden right now, and it's just the sweetest thing ever. Oh, you like the love candles? See, I'm down to make the love candles because I charge $55 for the love candles, which about 20 I lose immediately. About 30 I lose immediately to Uncle Sam and to Etsy fees. Um, Anywho, that's something that I'd be down to slang. Those ritual candles, really pretty, really precise. Yeah. Wastan. That's funny. One of my really good homies' names is Rastan. He's this Jamaican dude, first generation Jamaican, up here in Santa Barbara. And homies, he's an artist, and he's super dope. He goes by Rastan. All right. Don Coolio, maybe we can pull some cards right now and help you out with your questions. If any of you guys have questions, Gene, I met Eminem myself. Really strange dimension. You met Eminem? Gangster. That's super cool. All right, everyone. So I don't ramble too much. Take an idea in your head, a question or something, and I'm gonna pull some cards for the whole group. One, two, three. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel, and we'll do some we'll do some reading. We'll do some reading, and hopefully it'll be some of some use to you guys. Everything, Chris, need a spiritual cleanse. Yeah. I wouldn't suggest a spiritual cleanse quite yet. We're what, like 80% of the way through summer. So let here's some intuitive reading without even hitting the cards for you guys. Uh I like to base I like to look at energies in the natural world and see what they're doing specifically in this situation, the seasons. So we're about 80% of the way through summer. So we're harvesting, our plants are putting out. Um, they haven't quite died yet. They're on their last leg. So ride it out. I would say maybe not unless it's an extreme circumstance. Let's not try to do the spiritual cleanse just yet. You've got your fire, you've got your mojo, you've hopefully been getting charged under the rays of the sun. Um, you don't want to reset quite yet. You know what I mean? Hold out a little longer. Hold out a little longer. I don't know if you guys are athletes, um, but when I used to play football, I used to be carrying, do my thing, and then trying to be like, "Do you want some water?" Like, not right now. I was thirsty. Of course, I could have used some water, but I had another 5 minutes of fucking hell to go through, and I didn't want water. I just wanted my body to be exact. I didn't want anything to change. I was slaying. Yes, I was tired. Yes, I was redlining, but I needed to finish something before I could really sit back and enjoy the water. Hopefully that was a good analogy. Oh, and a vivid dream. Sorry, I thought you meant literally. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Um, people would love that. People would love that. People would love that. Um, yeah, I say that because I feel you. I too need a rest, or not a rest, but so like a palate cleanse almost. But I also understand that I don't want to change anything because things have been going really well as far as my specific goals. Now, if you don't have any specific goals, I guess it doesn't matter because you can sort of do whatever you want. But as far as my specific goals go, my sort of energy, my daily mood, my levels of inspiration and motivation, like I'm happy with pretty much everything for the most part. And so it's like I don't want to go resetting anything because then I might reset some of those energies that I've built momentum on. Like that's where I'm coming from. So I'm like, all right, let me just see this through. Let me just see this season through. And come fall, maybe the first of next, what, August, September. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Lovers changing their minds with tender. When we knew love was here to stay. Our hearts were ringing and the key that our souls were singing as we danced through the night. Remember? Let's pull some cards. Uh, 1 second, I have to respond. I'm a bit behind on the stream. Fast forward. Why am I dancing? Because your boy slays. That's why. I was making sure that I was singing in tempo. That way, if you wanted to dance, you could. Okay, did you guys write down your questions or something? I'm gonna pull our first card here. Pull our first card here. Oh no, I forgot to record this video. Balls. The upload on lives is awful. And so I've been meaning to record it on Zoom and upload the recorded version so the audio sounds great and the video sounds great, but I forgot. So now the upload has to be the one YouTube is making and it sucks ass. Thanks, YouTube, for uploading poor quality. It's friggin' 2022 and you're still uploading 720 videos. Come on, man. Anywho, okay. Okay. Oh, I don't want to miss anything. All right, Don Coolio, it's all good, brother. Well, when you hear us, you'll hear us. We're not too far in the future ahead of you. Body, yaddy, yaddy, yah. Lemuria, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Long time, no nothing. Sorry, I've been away for such a long time. We're about to pull a card, so hold something in your mind, whatever you need. I guess you could call this a group reading. We've been doing a couple energy updates. The first energy update I'd like to share with you, Lemuria, which we have so far, is try to stay away from any spiritual cleanses. Um, until if and only if you're not slaying right now. For example, I've been slaying lately, and like my general state of existence on mind, body, spirit, and all its subcategories has been where I want it slash need it. So I don't want to do no cleanses because I don't want to reset any of that stuff and ruin the momentum I've already done. Because a reset is a reset of everything, right? We don't want to reset when we're in the middle of the game. We want to hit a checkpoint, save current progress, and then shut it off and restart. You know what I mean? We don't want to just restart in the middle of something. There you go. That's the analogy I needed the whole time. It's like you're working on a project. You don't want to just shut that bitch off at will randomly. You want to save your progress, right? Finish the checkpoint like in a video game. Hit your next checkpoint, right? And sometimes you don't want to start over at the checkpoint because you've got momentum and you're doing good and you've got time to spare. And, you're fed. You got some snacks waiting for you, so you're prepped, right? So I'm feeling good. The energies are right. I don't want to stop right now. I don't want to read it. That's all I mean to say. So be that as it may, we're gonna pull some cards. Can one of you guys give me a number? Don Coolio, I know you can't because you're gonna respond in like 2.5 minutes. Lemuria or Jean or Wastan. Is there anybody else in here? Azum, Caleb. I'm curious what we did in the dream, man. Were we chillinses? Were we burning tree? Were we like holding medicine ceremonies? What was going on? Not that I hold medicine ceremonies, but in a dream, I'd be super down. Don Coolio, you're up to speed, and you were the first one. Look at you. Nice. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. I didn't know you're just a wallflower. You just been hanging out in here. We'll just do 3. We'll do for the first 3. The first 3 folks. We had 9. Now we'll do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the third was 12. So we'll just say that's 13. The Dubai Silk Route. Hey, Miss Dubai or Mr. or Mrs. to whom it may concern, Dubai Silk Route. You were supposed to contact me about frankincense seeds for purchase in bulk. I haven't forgotten about that. All right, so Dubai says 12, which I'll just consider 3. 1, 2. I do like 12. That's my favorite number. Should I do 12? We'll do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, the Lord of Peace restored for your card number 12. Well played. Peace restored. Wow. Why does this have a stain on it? Hearts are ringing in the key that our souls were singing. Only blue talking love, remember. Dubai Silk Route. I'm actually in the US now. Ooh, shout out. What's up? Um, maybe too much daydreaming. So we got 7 of Cups, which is daydreaming. Allow yourselves to daydream for daydreams, or we come up with our most likable and an enthusiastic ideas. However, the card was reversed. So maybe we're doing a little too much daydreaming. I don't know. Justice, daughter of the Lord of Truth. I don't know how that has anything to do with Two of Swords. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second to peruse here, you guys. Give me a second to peruse. The Seven of Cups reversed reminds you to reawaken to playfulness, joy, and curiosity. Perhaps a lack of purpose is having a deadening effect. It's almost as if it is saying that you have forgotten how to dream. As a result, mind and imagination can become dry as a desert, where only the harsh light of material reality can penetrate. In such a case, there is no golden glow. There is no higher purpose or magic spark. This is a state of mind that no one should tolerate for long. Find something that re-stimulates your endorphins, whether taking a long walk and breathing deep, buying a bouquet of roses, or making contact, perhaps through art or meditation, with something good, with something true, with something beautiful. Take that step immediately and relieve yourself of the deadening flatness. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Altrusion. I have been MIA. Well, I've been MIA to YouTube, but I've been putting in a substantial amount of energy into TikTok, and my TikTok is currently blowing up right now. I've pulled off like 2,000 followers, and I've pulled off like, I'll be pushing 2,000 in the next couple of day or two, and I just started it a month and a half ago. So hoping that the growth is exponential. That's quite promising. So yeah, man. But I see you've been absolutely slaying Altrusion. Dude, your channel, oh man, you've been making substantial growth. I actually haven't checked your channel in a while, but I'm curious to see what you're at now, because you're at like 50K, and then it was like 51, 2. Now you're at 67. Dude, you're gonna hit 100K in probably the next month and a half, 2 months. Congrats, dude. That's so dope. That's so dope. Yeah, I haven't been able to beat the YouTube algorithm beast. And so I was like, well, let's give the beast of the TikTok algorithm a shot and see if we can't conquer that one. And so far we've been riding that wave something fierce. It's a lot of busting arse. Yeah, dude. No, I bet. I know how difficult it is to make audio. But if you guys don't know, All Choosing Grace, he also makes audiobooks, but that's, I want to say 99% of his content is just well done audiobooks, well done professional quality audiobooks. And it's doing quite well. I'm stoked to see that, man. I'm stoked to see that. I've been making plant videos. I've been teaching people how to grow stuff in their backyard, hoping we can offset some of this freaking stupidity of the human race. Or the stupidity of the dark side of the human race, the stupidity of the potential ignorance of the human race. All right. Our second card. Is the Justice card. I'll read a little something. Speaking of audiobooks, Justice upright. The Justice Tarot card has to do with moral sensitivity and that which gives rise to empathy, compassion, and a sense of fairness. Since the time of Solomon, this image has represented a standard for the human. Since the time of Solomon, this image has represented a standard for the humane and fair-minded treatment of other beings. conversations of how we treat people online. That's funny. Often including the image of a fulcrum or scale, which helps to balance competing needs against the greater good, and a two-edged sword to symbolize the precision needed to make clear judgments. This card reminds us to be careful to attend to important details. I'll read that again. This card reminds us to be careful to attend to important details. It's a mistake to overlook or minimize anything where this card is concerned. The law of karma is represented here. What goes around comes around. Did you guys get your questions? Hopefully that was, yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff on the table at this very moment. And paying attention to detail is certainly going to help those. Also, we had our 7 of Cups, which tells us that we sort of have to get our abilities of daydreaming and imagination and creativity back up, and not let it become the sun-blasted desert of the American Southwest. God, we haven't seen the Skywater here in like 6 years. All right, one more card. Still waiting on a video to learn the resin stuff? Oh, man. All right, well, I can't make a video at this very moment. I'll choose it. However, when it comes to your resins, one of the tricks is if you do you make fires, Altrusion? Do you make fires like in the have a wood burning grill or like make fires out back to make at night? Get the ash from that fire. Make sure it's the white ash. Don't get any charcoal. Just the white ash, just the white stuff. And when your coal is finished, when your coal is hot, when it's heated, when it's glowing, put the ash on top of it. Just a little bit. You don't want to smother it. Just put a little bit of ash and then put the resin on top of that ash. Because if you put the resin on top of the coal when it's red hot glowing, it's like it's burning. It's just frying, it's sizzling, it's burning. You don't want that. You don't want the resin to turn into a puff of smoke when you put it on the coal. What you want is to put that resin on top of the ash so that it bubbles, so that it doesn't vaporize. It melts and turns gooey, and then you can sort of see it. The essential oils start to disperse into the air. The smell is 1,000 times better. Oh my God, it's 1,000 times better. So there's your tip. There's your how to properly burn the resins. You could also buy the quick starting coals where you don't have to. I sent you the coconut coir. They're a little safer for the lungs than the easy start coals, but if you're outdoors, maybe it won't matter too much. I don't know. But yeah, I'll choose you. Hopefully that makes sense. You basically you just don't want to put the resin directly on the fire. They even sell these little silica plates. Like silica is a mineral. It's just this little super thin flat rock basically, and they'll get that and they'll put that over the coal and then put the resin on top of that so that it, again, same idea, so that the resin is more of a slow burn than a vaporize. Okay, where are we at? Oh, a third card. The two of Swords. Also been watching a lot of Netflix. I've been watching this show, Outlander, which is about this woman who travels back in time through some stones out in Scotland and finds herself in 17th century Highlands of Scotland, right outside England. They're fighting wars, and some friends become enemies, and some enemies become friends. It's a great show. I've really been enjoying myself these past couple of weeks watching it. If you're into that kind of thing. Last card, Two of Swords. Let's go ahead and read that because your boy does not have a photographic memory. Wait until the timing is right and all the facts are clear before taking action. It's a good reminder, right? Interesting. Wait until the timing is right and all the facts are clear before taking action. So the two in this suit usually represents a conflicting idea or conflicting visions. These must be reconciled by communication in order to arrive in a harmonious place or to complete strategic negotiations. Mixed signals prevail. While they may be appearing to try and communicate, opposite sides are missing each other entirely, with possibly drastic consequences. In the best case, a frank discussion would clear the air and serve both sides, but one cannot expect that in every instance where this card appears. Ooh, interesting. Seems kind of doomy gloomy, no? So, advises that this may not be a good time to make a decision. Neither allow others to push you beyond your boundaries, nor permit yourself to act impulsively. You need to fully assimilate the situation before making any moves, even if not having a solution as soon as you want causes tension. Have patience. There are circumstances in which action is better than non-action, 100%. This, however, is not one of them. Remain silent as much as possible and allow things to settle. A little meditation can help you achieve greater objectivity. You do not have enough information, as all the evidence has not come in yet. All right, so we got Seven of Cups. That's their imagination. Right. Daughter of Truth, Justice, it's karma. What else was the Justice one telling us? Hold on, I'm about to piece all this together with the brain power. Where were we? It's empathy, compassion, fairness, so balance competing needs against the greater good to its precision. Oh shit! Right, that's right. Our Two of Swords, our two-edged sword, symbolizes precision needed to make clear judgments. So all the cards are basically, our last two cards are saying, you better be fucking sure of the decisions you're making. It's okay to not have movement if it is due to you gathering all the information needed to make the decision. However, the Seven of Cups reversed was sort of hating on our ability to daydream, our ability to demonstrate creativity and whatnot. Perhaps one should just chill and meditate. Perhaps one should just chill and meditate. Go out in the garden, burn yourself some oregano, and get your daydreaming back on point. Get your imagination back on point. Get your creativity back on point. Get yourself some borax. Try not to drink any tap water. Keep your showers to a minimum because fluoride is absorbed through the skin, and fluoride has been linked time and time again to inhibit creativity, lower IQ, and it's in the tap water. So do your best not to drink too much tap water with fluoride, or use your borax to get rid of that if you want to tap back into lots of greens. Seaweed is really good for decalcifying the pineal gland. Stay away from processed foods. Stay away from stress. Stay away from negativity. I really appreciate that this sort of said keep quiet. It's funny, we were having a conversation earlier in this live about how people are super hostile online with the comment sections, myself included in that, that try not to engage in unnecessary strife. Stress lowers creativity. Shit, stress lowers everything. Lowers your immune system, lowers creativity, lowers sex drive, it lowers. There's a healthy amount of stress and there's an unhealthy amount of stress, and you only need to learn the difference between the two. Was that helpful for you guys at all? Was it helpful for you at all? It's a really well made show, and your Scottish accent was not too shabby, right? I feel like my Scottish accent ain't bad. On the phone, I could pass as Scottish to an American. I think, pretty sure. Can you hear my son crying? Outlander is me and my wife's guilty pleasure, dudes. Hello, Ashley LeBon. Us too. We've been. I wouldn't even call it a guilty pleasure. I would just call it a pleasure. We're on season 5. We almost watched it a couple hours ago, but it didn't go on. I think I did some gardening and now I'm on a live. I was like, Keith, go live, man. It's been a while. You got the homies hitting you up. Outlander can wait. Outlander can wait. Um, you're welcome, Gene. You are very welcome. You know, there's a lot of conversation on whether tarot and astrology is should be taken seriously. And I'm not gonna lie, I can't prove it beyond reasonable doubt. So I would never in 1,000 years be like it's 100% accurate and true and this and that, and you have to believe it. However, with that being said, it has been so it has been so helpful and surprisingly accurate that who cares whether it's quote unquote real or not. It's as real as helping me make decisions and learn more about myself and become more successful financially, spiritually, emotionally. So who cares? Who cares? I'm glad you guys were able to get something out of it. I haven't, Gene. No, I haven't seen the Glaswegian accent video. I haven't seen that video. I haven't. Um, Sweet. Well, do you guys have any other questions for me? Is there anything else you would like to add? Would you like to share other guilty pleasure shows that you're watching at the moment? You know what I'm stoked beyond a reason of a doubt to rewatch, I should say. But I'm waiting until at least halfway through September so I can catch more of a Halloween vibe. I want to rewatch the the Coven season of American Horror Story. Man, that's one of my all-time favorite just shows, just season of a show of all time of any genre period. That's got to be one of them. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Um, it's not overly anything. It's not like overly witchy or like tacky witchy or you know what I mean? They don't go overboard. It's subtle, it's tastefully done. They don't try to be something they're not. It's not there's no like weird virtue signaling or like throwing like a token black guy somewhere where there would never be a token black guy, but they just needed it there to be hip kind of you know, there's nothing like that going on either. So I'm excited. Maybe we can have like the Man Litter Squad can all come together and start watching that show. We'll start at like September 15th or maybe the 21st night of September. Love is changing my mind. Remember. Goddess Essence Energy. Hello. Welcome, welcome. What's cracking? Nice to see you. Your audiobook, A Conversation with the Devil is a Blueprint to Life. Damn, I know. I love that book so much. I had so much fun making that. I had my little yo, you guys, if you haven't seen my interview with the devil audiobook yet, please go check it out. Speaking of needing help breaking the algorithm, um, interview with the devil, man of letters. See, for example, this is what I mean. The book, the audiobook I made, Interview with the Devil, was a 4 hour audiobook. It took me, man, it took me so long to make that audiobook. Because you guys know I'm in my den. There's I'm surrounded on all sides by neighbors with dogs, so I have to stop when the dogs are barking or when the trash truck goes by, or I'm next to an airport when the airplane flies over. So it can be, man, quite the task to put out an audiobook, but I love doing them so much. They're so much fun. Such a vibe. But this book, I got 456 views on this project that took me, I don't know, 2 weeks of working around the clock to record it and to edit it and etc. And on TikTok, I made a video that took all of 20 seconds and has over a quarter of a million views in just a day. And this has 500. I don't know. That's what I mean about anywho. Um, it's got the potential to go viral. My audiobook, The Interview with the Devil, certainly has potential to go viral. Here's a link to it. You guys should check it out. Even if you're not going to listen to it, just play it. Just play it in the background and let it run. Go to sleep listening to it. It'll appreciate in time. They usually do. Yeah. The audiobooks usually appreciate in time. That is one thing with the audiobooks is that at least mine tend to take off a few months after posting them. My question was, intuitive wise, tarot wise, will I soon get the strength to do what I gotta do? Neutral. All right. Do you know what you want to do? Your question is, will I soon get the strength to do what I want to do what I gotta do? But have you decided what you want to do yet? Or are you just hoping that when come a time of needing to do something, you hope to have the strength and assertiveness to do the thing, just out of curiosity? Reproduce. Where's that homie with the dot Duke flute at? Whoa. Pray for you? I got you, fam. We will certainly pray for you, Don Julio. You have a court case for dang, they take you to court for driving without a license and insurance. I guess they'll take you to court for anything, to be fair. Well, we're praying for you, Don Julio. We're praying for you. Any other magic going on right now that I should be aware of? Is there any magic if you're just tuning in? My name is Keith. Matter literacy to bring you knowledge, information, and entertainment. We did a little energy reading, a little card reading for the vibes. I had a little blast off in the Lionsgate portal on my TikTok channel. We had a nice little jump, nice little bumpity bump, you know what I mean? And our cards, we pulled 3 of them. We pulled three cards, and they were pretty good. The message was capitalize on and redevelop your skill of daydreaming. Daydreaming is placing your conscious, your focused mind on an alternate reality. And when we put our mind on any reality, that reality becomes more manifest, which sounds super new age, but in reality, what I mean is if you're constantly thinking about ways to make more money, you will constantly have ideas on how to make more money. Even if 100 of the ideas are shite and one of them is gold, then that should take it out. Now imagine if you have 1,000 ideas and 990 of them are shite. That means you have 10 gold ones. That's enough to build you a pyramid. Right? So your skill of daydreaming, according to the cards, if you find yourself here, is it sucks. So work on that. The second one was justice. What was our justice other than the obvious? Oh, precision needed to make clear judgments. That's right. That's right. That's right. Will you play? I'm trying to catch some Daduk vibes going in the background, and you won't load this video for me. There we go. Oh man, that's just an instant vibe, isn't it? God, I love that instrument. God, I love that instrument. Where was I? Precision in thought. And then the last card was a two of swords reversed, double-edged sword, clear-cut meaning. The gist of the whole thing was slow down and try to be as objective as possible, meaning only deal with the facts, only deal with what you know to be true as powerfully as you can feel that or understand it to be true. Even if you're wrong, fuck it, but at least take as much consideration as you can. And go about it using your daydreaming. The faculties of the mind are something else, man. And when you focus on something with your mind, you start to unlock other faculties. Back to the money thing. If you're trying to manifest more money or more subscribers on YouTube, and you keep that in the front of your mind as a daydream, right? You're always going through ideas. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Maybe I should write that one out. Maybe I should make a video on that one and develop it more. Share it with friends. Literally go in the backyard and meditate. Burn some oregano and have a second. You know what I mean? So develop your skill of daydream. And keep it on the task at hand. And develop it and look for the ideas and find out what there is in the external world that can validate those thoughts. And try not to move forward until you get your answer. Because we got some heavy cards, not heavy cards, but we got noteworthy cards that should be taken note of. Noteworthy cards that should be taken note of. That was our spread. So if you just made it in, that was your recap. Was it helpful? Who just joined? I see you. Some of you guys just joined. What's your name? Mine's Keith. Man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and at the very least, hopefully a bit of entertainment. Oh, you want me to pull cards? Daydreaming. Yeah, daydreaming is most certainly a type of manifesting practice. It most certainly is. Most certainly is. If you could try to just connect to your tarot deck to my question and my name. Hello, Aaron. Handshake. Nice to meet you, Aaron. Is this your first time here? Everyone say hello to Aaron, aka no username, and give them a warm welcome. Tell us where'd you come from? What do you want to be when you grow up? What's your favorite color? Hmm. This is Josie Pie. Aaron, say hello. All right, all right, all right. Hey guys, the Dud Duke flute has been going in the background, but my new microphone is almost too good, and it's not picking up any sound other than my voice. Oh, you know what? I can always put it. Hold on, I forgot that I can plug you guys in to the background. We'll go ahead and start that bad boy over. What up? Let me know if it's too loud. Last time, the story of how I learned the guitar. That must have been a long time ago. I can't remember that story. Ah, Ken the poet. Thanks, brother. It has been a while, huh? It's like, ah, yes, man of letters. I have been called that before. What was that scene where Gandalf is away for like thousands of years and comes back and like Gandalf? He's like, ah, Gandalf, yes. I was once called that. um, I feel like we've already given the lesson though, and now we have the Daduk flute. What am I supposed to talk about now that the Daduk flute is here? Basically, what I'm saying is I'm Gandalf. in in case any of you guys had questions, I've got answers. The answer is I'm Gandalf. Also, welcome. Um, it is pretty cool. When I do lives on TikTok, the average view duration is like 15 to 30 seconds, if that. On YouTube, my average view duration right now is 7 minutes, is almost 8 minutes. On average, whoever comes into this room is listening for 8 minutes before they click away. That is substantial. Thank you guys. And for those of you that have been here the whole time, my God, I can give a 6 hour live, but I certainly wouldn't be able to listen to one. Not certainly not 6 minutes, nor 6 hours. So thank you. Tremendous. From the bottom of my corazon, thank you. Um, cool. Any other questions? Any other questions? Hmm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I will say one thing about gratitude. Gratitude, or the reason why gratitude works as a tool of manifesting. I need to find we need to find a new word for manifesting because it's not doing it for me anymore. Um the reason why we have to put our mind on something for it to manifest is because when we think about something, our physical body reacts to that thought. So by generating that emotion, we generate power. Because energy is the fuel, or emotion is the fuel in which we accomplish things. Um, your emotions will destroy your world or they will create. So by dwelling on a certain thought long enough, we're able to allocate all faculties of our being into what we want done. Thought, which is the first part, by putting your attention on something, thought, and then your emotions, sort of your subconscious. That's synonymous with your subconscious, right? So now you've involved your mind, you've involved your body, and now your soul. That's the tether. So gratitude is the tether. So you say you feel thankful for having something. You picture the object, you picture the energy that it would feel like to have that, and your body reacts accordingly physically. Like it'll release dopamine, for example, and serotonin. It'll release hormones that drive motivation, or they could release hormones that thwart motivation. For example, if you think about something that stresses you out all the time, now your body's releasing, right? Now the mind is stimulating a release of hormones that lower your drive. So we want the mind to focus on things in a powerful, constructive way, and that's what the gratitude is for. It's not so much you're grateful for something, and therefore you're like a good Samaritan. You're just a good Samaritan, and good things happen to good people, and so you should be grateful, because if you're not grateful, then you're an asshole and you don't deserve anything. Like that's not necessarily how the mechanics work. It's not about being good or bad. It's kind of about ones and zeros. At least half of it is ones and zeros. It's like the law of cause and effect in hermetics. It either if you do these things will happen every time. If you put cold water into hot water, the hot water will become colder, and the cold water will become hotter. Like it's just ones and zeros. It is what it is. Not good or bad. It's just a function of reality. Gratitude is that sort of hack that hacks into the function of reality. It focuses you on your desire, which inspires thoughts. It inspires ideas. It starts opening, sleeping parts of your brain. It unlocks latent faculties of your brain that you didn't know you had, levels of motivation that you didn't know you had, levels of happiness that you didn't know you had. And it engages and it triggers the hormones in such a way that you feel fueled, feel motivated and inspired. And the gratitude is a tether between the intangible and this realm that we're in. Gratitude is like throwing a rainbow lasso at a friggin' unicorn, and it hits the unicorn and sticks to it. Boom, that rope is the gratitude, tethering the magical to this realm. And you can maintain thought. If you can maintain your thought and your awareness on the unicorn, and thus allow your body to receive the benefits of that sustained thought in motivation and inspiration, all the happy feelings that we want so bad. And then you hope for the best. And that's not to say that the unicorn will come 100%, but it's certainly better than the alternative. I gotta sneeze. Oh, I gotta sneeze. It's right there. It's right there. Do I know about Jeevan Gasparian? I don't. We're listening to a gentleman that goes by Kanberk Ulas. I'm probably not pronouncing that at all, but the dude slays. He's phenomenal. I may have missed the entire live, brother, but you inspired me in several ways years ago. Nice. Whoa, it's kind of loud. Sorry. I'm happy to hear it, Ken the Poet. I'm happy to hear it. Thanks, man. Yeah, embody that unicorn, Caleb. Embody that unicorn. Did I? See, you planted the seed, Gene. I think that's what happened. You planted this. I read your question like 6 times, but nothing had come, and I didn't want to force it. So I was like, we'll just carry on and see what happens. I'm glad it's nice. We were AK. See. I don't know what we're seeing, but see. Question: why does it seem easier to lasso the negative rather than the unicorn? This is just my opinion, my own hypothesis. Well, it could be a theory. What I'm saying, I guess technically would be a theory. There's actually some scientific evidence to base this upon. But I believe it has to do something with the preservation of life that humans have. So, I mean, the human body, literally, like the evolution of the human body being hunted by lions and tigers and bears and things like that. So we constantly have our head on a swivel of like, damn, I hope we don't get eaten by something, because humans were being eaten by things up until, on a regular basis, up until what, a couple thousand years ago? Certainly 10,000 years ago, humans were being actively hunted on the regular. You think about the evolution of mammal, which is us. We're talking tens of millions of years of being hunted and eaten alive by animals, and only the past few hundred to few thousand years have we not been. So there's a lot of like, talk about epigenetics, which is gene expression in your body. A lot of scientists are saying that we just have that still in us. We still have that constantly looking out for the boogeyman hardwired into our physiology because of being hunted and eaten alive for such a long time. So I think that's why it's so much easier to lasso on to negative thoughts, like doom and gloom, in other words, instead of hope and optimism. That doesn't feel wholesome or complete to me. It feels like part of the answer, but it's not satisfying for me. I think, unfortunately, people don't expect good things to happen to them. And it's really sad to say that, but people just don't expect good things to happen to them, at least consistently, you know? I don't know. Fuck, that might be the $1 million question. I could get real conspiratorial with it and blame programming from public schools and education and movies and television programs and goddess Medea, the Greek goddess of illusion, also known as the corporate media, could have a lot to do with it. I don't know. Seems like one of those questions where if you asked 9 different highly intelligent people, you would get 9 versions of a truth, you know? It is unfortunate though, isn't it? It is unfortunate. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Aljaya, hello. Michael 999, by the way, hello. It became easy to watch after sitting through Brother Panic. I haven't sat through one of Brother Panic's lives either. Anyhow, I think it's a question of perspective and how we lasso our ego on a daily. The ego can be very toxic if we don't see it as a wild animal that needs to be tamed. Yeah, the ego certainly has a lot to do with everything ever. The ego is literally everything ever, if you know what I mean by that. Everything, every single thing. This beeswax that I've been fidgeting with for the past 40 minutes between my fingertips is a thing that has its own awareness as a separate entity from the rest of humanity, from the rest of existence, right? Meaning it is beeswax. It is not a tarot card. It is not the microphone that I'm talking to. It is not my voice. It is not the vibrations leaving my vocal cords, striking this microphone and then striking your eardrums. It is not any of those things. It is beeswax. And the thing that gives beeswax its own identity, separate, experiencing separateness from the rest of the world, is an ego. A type of ego. There are many types of egos. Or I should say egos exist on many different types of planes. I would say 99% of the time that ego is brought up, at least in the spiritual community, it is brought up as the individual self. Like Keith Garcia, man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and entertainment. Born April 13th, 88. Like these are things that make me, the ego part. Then you have the ego of my soul, which is separate from my body, but also separate from your soul. You have your own soul that makes up you, that carries your whatever. Everyone's got their own soul. I'm an old soul. I'm a new soul. At least that's how the conversation goes. So even souls have their own types of egos, which is just a lens, right? A lens, like a lens as beeswax or as a candle holder. Your body is a type of lens. Your soul is a type of lens. Even a mastermind of souls. Creating one omni soul is still a type of soul and therefore a type of ego. And correct, Gene that said that about the toxic ego, or at least it's toxic with humanity, with higher conscious creatures, because we can sort of ponder what it means to be individuals. And so humans started to associate themselves with the ego, with the lens, instead of the thing that's looking through the lens. So maybe that's the answer to our question. Maybe that's the other half of our question, is that we're so negative about things because our sights are set funny. Our association of self is with the lens instead of seeing through the lens. And if you guys know cameras, you have different types of lenses. You have a macro lens for seeing things real close, and then you have a wide angle lens so that you can capture a lot of stuff while being really close to it. And you've got a telescope, a telelens, which lets you see things really far away as if they were really close. That's right. Those are all different types of lenses, but the viewer looks through them, looks through that lens. But maybe we're so negative all the time because at our core beliefs, we are separate from everything, which makes it seem lonely. Not that there's anything wrong with being separate. I enjoy that I'm able to experience the world as Keith, or the next, wherever I'm excited to experience something after I die and go on to the next world. Hopefully, you know what I mean. There's nothing inherently wrong or bad with the ego. Without, I've said this 1,000 times here, but without the ego, we wouldn't be able to perceive things. We wouldn't have an existence. We would be back with the all experiencing, or we'd be back with the all and not even able to describe it because it's indescribable. Indescribable feelings, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky, a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But since I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I am in a whole new world, with every turn a surprise. A new horizon to pursue. Yo, I could sing that whole song right now. Don't make me do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't tempt me. Don't you tempt me with a good time, because I'll bite. I will. I will. Um, that was definitely a spree. That was a spree. Definitely a spree. I'm getting hungry though, so we might tap the. Oh, right as I said that, it was a minute 20. It was 1 hour 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Deuce is wild. We had the two of swords, which is duality, which is which is the law of polarity, which is literally what we just talked about in that whole spree. Ain't that funny? I think so. At least peculiar. At least peculiar. Um, Sweet. Everyone, do me a favor and slap the like button on this video if you haven't yet, so we can hit that YouTube algorithm beast with a little more authority upon postage of this. That'd be awesome. Um, Thank you too, Ken. Thank you. Hey, God, thank all the homies for coming and hanging out. Thank everyone for being here and chillinses and participating and lending your ear. To pursue ego's direct protection. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's, I could definitely see the ego as protection. The ego is the border between you and the rest of existence. Protection indeed. Protection indeed. So when the belief of separatism is not coupled with the belief of oneness, our perception and experience of reality is limited, aka seeing things only negative. So when the belief of separatism is not coupled with the belief of oneness, our perception and experience of reality is limited, aka seeing things only as negative. I would know, because I don't want to associate negativity with something being limited. You know? The belief of oneness, our perception experience of reality is limited. No, because your experience of reality can be quite phenomenal. In fact, I would say one's experience of reality can be just as expansive as someone who sees things as oneness. Uh, for example, think of the accomplishments of Darth Vader. Obviously, he was stuck on the ego, but his expansiveness into his reality was massive. The dude was the strongest Jedi in all of the universe, at least all of the galaxy. And he was completely ego based. He was completely masculine based. He was completely conscious based. All conscious, no subconscious. All masculine, no feminine. Right? All focus, no sort of depth of field of view. You know what I mean? All focus, no holistic. But that doesn't mean he wasn't able to absolutely conquer his reality. Right? So I don't want to say that you're limited by that idea. I wouldn't say that you're limited by it. I would say more so that you're, what am I saying? The ego is all about the self, which means it's hard to get things done. Think if you're trying to build a house in the wilderness, it's going to be harder by yourself or harder with people. The ego is, hello, baby. What's up, sweetie? What are you doing? Yeah. Atlas wants to share some wisdom. Atlas, would you like to share some wisdom? No? Yeah? Here. Here's your microphone.
Hey, are you doing it? Are you doing it? I do it now. Why then? You can do all your own good. And then you say, hey, do it. And do it all day. Good. You are a monster.
Thanks, love. Thank you so much.
Do Daddy.
Huh?
Do Daddy, do it.
Do it? Oh, hi. I'm doing it now. Everyone Atlas says do good. I'm pretty sure he said do good all day or at some part of the day. At some part of your day, you have to do good. Nope, that's fire. That's hot, love. Okay, I'm almost done, baby. Go inside, okay? I'll be right inside. That is working right now. Oh, no, the ego's, and I'm not even convinced that the ego is always negative. You know what I mean? So I feel like our premises are a little wrong. I wouldn't say that the ego is always negative. You know what I mean? The fact that I can enjoy the love of my child and the laughter of my child is thanks to the ego. You know what I mean? So the ego by no means is a negative thing. Our association with it and only it disconnects us from people, from humans, from the world, from spirit. And that disconnection is what makes us sad. That disconnection is what breeds negativity. That disconnection is what breeds depression. You know, so that's what it is. It's that the ego is a very concise and singular thing by definition, not by negativity. By nature, it is something that singles things out as it should do, as it does beautifully. But it's only half the picture, man. It's only half the picture. Like, like the flip side. Imagine if you didn't have a body. Imagine what it would be like to not be. For example, you're not even a soul because a soul is a thing. A soul is a defined thing. So imagine being an undefined thing. Imagine being a knot. you almost can't imagine it. It would almost drive you insane. It's kind of like if you guys have taken too heavy a dose of certain inebriants and you sort of dissolve into nothingness and you freak out and panic, and you know what I mean. You're like, you're happy if you just know your name, like, oh, I'm Keith, thank God. You know, I mean, you're you know, it's nice to experience that, to know that you are not your flesh, but it's also nice to have that anchor, right? It's nice to have that anchor, which is why which is breath. Oh, just breathe or just sing or go for a walk if you're having a bad experience. They have all these tips because all those tips are anchors to anchor you back into reality, because nothingness is just as terrifying as something. Like they're both just as terrifying as each other. Trust me. The feminine is just as terrifying, if not more terrifying, than the masculine can be. I say that because of the power of the feminine. It's just that raw, it's like tempest energy. It's wild. It's yes, love. You have to charge it. The charger's in the living room. The charger's in the living room, love. Hold on, we're gonna read the comments, Alice. We haven't read the comments in a bit. What? You want to say some more again? Hey, careful. Okay.
Whatever do you do then? And then you get money. You can take iron and we're going to there.
Yeah.
I can take a way to run.
Yeah.
And you can take a good one to run there.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
I couldn't decipher that one. He said good job though. So he's encouraging you guys. That's all I got. That was the only thing I was able to decipher out of that. He says good job. So be kind to yourselves, I think is what he meant. He says you're doing well. Right? At the end of the day, you've come a long way and we're proud of you. All we can hope to do is just a couple steps towards we want. Huh, Atlas? Just Atlas says do good every day, huh, love? Do good every day. I agree with Atlas. We all, yeah. Ego to me is also linked to pride, even though pride can be separate from it. How is the garden and crops? Ooh, let me read some comments and I'll tell you about the garden and crops. Yeah. Yes. You guys are getting it. Cool. You guys got it. So the garden and crops have been up and down, man. My soils are heavily alkaline, which Dr. Sebi would probably be stoked on. Haha, get it? Alkaline. But it sucks for my plants. So I'm having to pour vinegar water on my plants almost twice a week to keep the pH levels down. I planted a pumpkin patch. I'm not getting any pumpkins this year. I'm so sad. That's 2 years in a row I've blown it. So I'll be stoked if I get 2 pumpkins this year. I'll be stoked if I get 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if I got 0. I live right here at the foothills of mountains, which means it's incredibly rocky right here. So, and a lot of rocks and very little rain means alkaline soils, which I didn't know coming here. And I didn't amend it at all. I just turned the dirt over, watered it, used my mycorrhizal inoculants, was hoping my compost teas would be able to compensate for it, but they're not compensating at all. So next season, I'm going to have to dig in a vast amount of compost, quality compost. But other than that, my corn's looking beautiful. My newest 2 corn patches, I was able to figure it out. So those ones are killing it. My ganjas are doing great. We've got garlic going. We've been eating garlic. We had freaking homegrown potatoes the other day and picadillo soup. So delicious. We've got some sugar pumpkins coming up. We've been making the most fire salsa from the homegrown tomatoes, garlic, and chilies. I got some, they're either Apache chilies or Comanche. I think they're Apache chilies, super hot, super tasty. What else we got going? The sweet potatoes. I've never grown sweet potatoes before, but those are killing it. Spinach. We're eating spinach on the daily. I'm eating yo. I've been making the absolute most delicious thing I think I've ever encountered in my whole life. So you get kale. Try to pick them when the leaves are smaller and a bit more tender. Cut it. Set it aside. Get your garlic. Chop it up. Whole garlic, no fucking powder. Get whole fresh ass garlic cloves. Chop them up. Put them in a mortar, put them in a bowl, or so you can grind them. Some cilantro. You don't need cilantro, but if you like it, garlic and coriander seed. I'm growing my own cilantro and coriander seed. So some coriander seed, garlic, olive oil, salt, lemon juice, and mash that all up. I do with my mortar and pestle. I just grind it. The coriander seeds, the chopped up garlic, salt, lemon juice. If you don't faint from the overwhelming joy of the smell and make it to the next level, you'll pour a whole bunch of olive oil in there, put a little bit of salt so that it starts to pull out the juices. The salt will start to pull out the juices and the liquids from the garlic and stuff. And then let that marinate for like an hour or so. And then get all of that and drizzle it over the kale. Drizzle it over the raw kale. Put that in the oven and toast it. Don't burn it, but get it so it's like a crispiness. It almost melts in your mouth. You might mess up the first time. It'll take a couple goes to get it. Oh my God. That shit is the taste. Oh man. I might go get some. So I harvested my own kale seeds this year, and I have not very many. I got 3. Maybe this isn't the season for kale to go to seed. I live in Southern California, so the seasons are weird. Even though we get into fall, it's still just as hot, if not hotter than the summer. So our plants flowering seasons can be weird here. But I was able to get 3 seeds, and I germinated all of them. So I have 5 kale plants. I'll have 8 here pretty soon. When these seedlings get bigger, I'll transplant those. But the garden's been killing it. We've learned a lot. Some friends became enemies. Some enemies became friends. No, it's been pretty dope. It's been pretty dope. But yeah, we're gonna call it because I just made myself real hungry. Thank you for the pumpkin patch. Thank you for the pumpkin patch prayers. Thank you for the pumpkin patch prayers. Blessings to all of you guys and your pumpkin patches. Yes. Tardiviant, Gene, Josie Pie, Caleb, Royal Powerhouse, Kim the Poet, and for anyone else who Michael Triple Nines who's just listening in the background, thank you guys so much for being here, for chillinses. My name's Keith. I'll see you guys soon. All right. Thank you. Peace out.